Hello and welcome back to this as yet unnamed fort with me, the Green Dragon. We are, setting up our magma forges. It's a good time, it's a good time. So, I'm gonna put a lever here and we're gonna put a lever there, right above the floodgates they control. Just to make this as amazingly simple as possible. Now, it's gonna be weird if we do it that way. I feel like we should expand this by like 2, maybe. Yeah, let's. And those levers are gonna be weird, but it's gonna be fine, I'm sure. Also, we need a wall tile here to prevent things from crawling into our fort. So someone's gonna have to construct that as well. Actually, just start by adding a constraint for barrels of wood. Just keep working those because we're gonna need them. And we can brew drink from plants at a range of say 60 to 80. Perfectly reasonable for a baby fort. And floodgates. We want one here, certainly. And we're going to create a pump system to essentially force the magma out of there, if we need to. And that way we can access it later and clean it out, make sure that we have, all the niceties like smooth walls and the like, after the fact, as it were. So, that can wait, it's fine, actually. How are you doing with those, by the way? Just learning really slowly. Perfectly fine. We're just gonna cut some zircons. Oh, hello, precious. Just gonna use those for, awesomeness. And this can actually be created into a gem stockpile for now. And you know what? We're actually gonna maintain bins as well in that case. Like so. Do we have a spare barrel? We have a spare barrel. Hello! Hello, hello, hello. Well, what I'm thinking now is we probably want a basic bridge like so, to ensure we have the ability to defend our happy little fort with at least the most basic means, right? So let's hook it up. So this should be widened, and I have a feeling I want to start digging down some, at least a few levels soon, to find that gold, because there's a lot of it down there. It should be relatively easy to tap into it. Oh boy, gems. Yeah, I just want people to gather them up and we can actually, do good things with those. Namely, sell them. At the very worst, they're sellable. They are just epically sellable, and this does seem to be setting us up with a nice amount of booze, if not food. And we do have that farm, so we should be okay. Is this clay? Clay loam. I'm not sure if that counts as proper clay for the purposes of, stuff. But we do have sand, and that's legit, right? You're happily cutting those. That's perfect. Good, 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 good. Excellent. Excellent. Resuming production of shrink. Well, isn't that glorious? It's a nice little stockpile of goodness. And he's just, yeah, I'm just gonna keep one farm and one grower devoted to just pure plump helmets for a while, because plump helmets are like an insurance policy. They keep you alive. You might wish you were dead because you're eating freaking plump helmets, but they keep you alive. So that's positive, in theory. Actually, we could widen it like this eventually once we turn it into a stockpile and just build a wall around it and flooring to, you know, make a proper stockpile. And 12 by 12 here. Yeah, why don't we dig this out some? Well, actually, it doesn't need to be quite as big, does it? So, 9 by 9, it's certainly perfectly reasonable for what we're going to be keeping here. What do we want to keep here? Actually, now that I think about it, because we could keep castrite and we could keep copper. But castrite is nearby, right? So it should probably be something like copper. But we are gonna be digging a tunnel here, so we can just put a second stockpile like here. And then have a stockpile here for the actual bars and blocks, which connects to both of these for easier, you know, movement between them. I think that will work very nicely, actually. At least for now. We can make that work. We can definitely make that work. We will want to produce some sort of a living arrangement at some point, mind you, but for now this, I think, works fine. Like, it's happily winter, but we still have food, and as soon as this dude is finished faffing around with making extra mechanisms, we should have levers and magma forges set up as well. I mean, just in case this goes horribly wrong. Just put some walls up, will you? Just in case this goes horribly wrong. And now it's properly winter. First autosave. It's too early to throw someone in the volcano, come on. It is too early. Soon, eventually, yes, but not yet. It's not time yet. Not time yet. Stock level is low, so bars. Oh my, they're actually building these. Oh, precious. You know what? This seems like a reasonable place. Give me like 4 beds, a pair of chests, a table, and we'll try and get 2 traction benches in there maybe. Or actually more beds. And we're gonna turn that into a mini hospital. Just so that the doctor can have some place he can call his own. And just in case things go, you know, horribly wrong. Because they might. They just might. Oh, I done. Oh no, I did channel this out. It's fine. Jesus, I thought I had goofed for a second. Which wouldn't be surprising, just, you know, unfortunate. But yeah, this can be like a hospital zone. Just in case we have an accident. This has been done. That's actually really stupid because I will need to actually hook up the freaking floodgates. God damn it. I will actually build above ground training areas for the military this time. At least my main squad, because I want them able to function out in the real world when we are sieged. Because that helped us get killed last time. I wonder if we could use this little pool as like a rainwater gathering thing to create a well deeper in. Where would we be able to bring the water down though? Actually, we'll probably need to pump it out of there. And down through like here. What if we pumped it down? It's not necessarily wouldn't work either, because it would end up flooding things. Huh. Like we have that one piddly pool, and I don't want to destroy it by accident, right? So we have to do it just right. There. Now this should be okay. Right, they're busy digging that. That's gonna take a while because they're not that good. But... oh well. Okay, so now when we pull that, that should essentially hook this, or essentially open this to magma. Which wouldn't necessarily be a catastrophe. Okay. Let's test this lever. Actually, see if it does what it's supposed to. Someone's gonna come and pull it. I know they are. It's fine, it's fine. Essentially, I want to... okay. And if we wanted to get rid of the magma, we would essentially want a pump here to push it out to somewhere else, which we can easily set up at a later date. The important part is that it's set up, right? And we can even make it an automatic drainage thing. And we could put a magma reservoir on this level. Like, this looks like a lot of soil that could be relatively easily dug. And we could create a magma system that can flush things out under pressure through this level. We would have to lock the bridge though before we did that. But I'm not really seeing a downside. You can put the lever for the main bridge here for now. Have a couple of containers. Crap, that's a bag. We have ourselves a... no, we actually don't have a table because we haven't made it yet. We dug too deep, lever. Wouldn't work. I think those beasties are immune to lava. But no. This is a... Oh look, a goblin siege. I wonder what they taste like. Crispy lever, you know? That kind of lever. The crispy goblin happies lever. I'm thinking that I want to move the gem stockpile actually. You know what? I think we're probably done. We'll open this up to nicify it later. But for now, we're just gonna open this up and let the magma in. Please don't melt, Mr. Door. And, well, time for some magma forges. So, it's time to start channeling. We need it... Let's try and get this right, shall we? This should be right. Sorry about that, had to sneeze. Okay, so this is gonna take a while to fill up and it's gonna look really fugly while it's doing that, but that can't be helped. But the important part is we can now do this. We can park some stuff on top of these and make this a glorious thing. Also, for this spot, well, we have a lot of copper, right? But don't want to congest things too much, right? Not necessarily at the very start anyway. So why don't we put some walls up and we'll make some copper spears for some traps. And I believe magma smelters had, yeah, on the side there. Yay, so. So 3 by 3. We have also magma glass furnaces that we could make. Two gap, like here. Let's just make one for now. And we'll see how we can hook this up. We're probably gonna assign the glassworking to our gem dude, actually. For reasons. Because, you know, he's a gem dude. Oh, look, plump helmet. Next spring, we're gonna want sweet pods. Well, actually, probably gonna want more plump helmets, but sweet pods sounds good. So this is flickering on and off, which is fine. It shall soon be on permanently. Yes. And, well, here's our two forges. Luckily, we took two anvils with us because we anticipated this glorious opportunity. And we have magma forges. Hubba hubba. And apparently dacite melts in magma. Well, snappity, son. Who'da thunk? So, well, something we can do is make bronze right from the start. I'm not going to. I want native copper in large amounts in order to make good things happen. So, something we are gonna do is make wheelbarrows. Just a few. And we are gonna create an ore stockpile for those copper nuggets we dug up below here. And we're gonna make a few of those. And then we're gonna make a few copper spears for the traps we're gonna build on the entranceway here. Because essentially, fuck whoever's coming in here. Oh, it's gonna be glorious. Not having to go all the way down there, not having to use coal. Oh, it's gonna be magnificent. It's what we tried to build in the previous fortress, except that me trying to do a pump stack is always doomed. I always die before I can finish one, and that's what happened last time too, so... The fact that it's such a big-ass project doesn't help either, of course. I get bored and annoyed and the game gets laggy and you know. But even so, you know? Listen, Skype, fuck off. Nobody likes you, okay? Oh, sweet copper nuggets. So now our furnace workers can get some experience of all things. Yes! No. It's okay, just... You can have 5 wheelbarrows here. See, someone's already making them, it's fine. You can use wheelbarrows to carry. It's fine. And now, if only I had some extra ropes, we could be happy. But we don't, so we can't. Eventually we'll turn this into a seed stockpile, but for now we're gonna use this as a... Well, gem stockpile, and in the gem stockpile spot we're gonna create a second farm so we can actually put down some pigtails and the like, so that by the end of next year we can start producing our own cloth fibers. It's for the good of the fortress. Oh, look at that, he just came in through the corner and went nuts. What a good little miner he is. Okay, what other jobs do you have, glorious miners? Oh, I could give everyone picks, actually. You know, weapons, copper... just give me a stack of picks. There you go. You know, whoever is on duty can just, you know, make me some. And you know, when the time to trade comes, we can always just, you know... Well, where should we set this up? Maybe in here. This would be a decent enough spot. Why don't we dig this out and set up a trade depot here for next year? It seems actually kind of reasonable. Okay, this looks good, filling up nicely. Excellent. Glorious, in fact. Can you imagine just goblins coming in towards the entrance, someone pulls a lever and sploosh! Magma. Just complete and utter magma in their faces. Yeah, this is now the gem stockpile. This no longer is. Move them. With the whole bins, if you would. Don't have enough idlers. We seem to be having trouble with people, you know, actually carrying stuff, unfortunately. At least the gem cutter is keeping himself busy. That will be somewhat useful. Hell, we're even getting extra picks. Look, everyone has one. Sweet. Well, in that case, copper spears. Copper spears. Mass produce me those babies. Just make me all of the copper spears. All of them. Mouse. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Yeah, that looks gnarly, by the way. Maybe I should floor it over on this level so it doesn't look as nasty. I could certainly afford to build that floor if I, you know, built enough blocks. I could produce doors. Lots and lots of doors. I certainly could. Not sure if I want to, but I could. This seems rather a short entranceway though. Probably just long enough for what we want to do. We are gonna need a special spot for all the levers for the entranceway though, sooner or later. Let us ensure that this is actually set up. We only have one farmer, so that is suboptimal, but that can't really be helped at the moment. And you know, let's set up a thing for all the random stuff we're gonna need. Dimple cups, sweet pods, pigtails, and cave wheat. There we go. Okay. So, would this count as clay? Yes. Oh boy. Nice. So we have ourselves a little hospital. That would be of mild usefulness. It would be so nice to, you know, smooth this over with actual flooring. I am tempted to actually, you know, do that. And we have a limited amount of copper that we've actually, you know, set up, but that's okay. We're gonna use all of it to forge copper spears at the moment. Except the stuff we're gonna use for whatchamacalls, it's trade depot. Because reasons. Well, mostly we want to set traps to fuck with incoming assholes. So let's set up our first weapon trap. There. Someone go make it. We have a mechanic. He's not very good, but that's okay. He can go and make a trap, certainly. Make it harder for goblins to frack with us. Well, we might set up some random traps outside here. So if we had magma coming in, it would be coming in through this... Yeah, that's the thing. It would be coming in under pressure, so the traps might get splooshed anyway. It would have to be a two-stage system. With a reservoir of reasonable size. I mean, if we put a spigot on this level, most of it should essentially go downwards, right? It's iffy. But it should just go flooding outwards, in theory. Either way, we will want to protect this when and if that happens. So, we're gonna build a thing here to close against the possibility of, you know, stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna episode here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.